We are looking at question number 18 from chapter 25 of H.C. Verma. A metal block of density 6000 kg per meter cube and mass 1.2 kg is suspended through a spring of spring constant 200 Newton per meter. The spring block system is dipped in water kept in a vessel. The water has a mass of 260 gram and the block is at a height 40 centimeter above the bottom of the vessel. So this is your vessel. It contains water. Mass of water is 0.26 kilogram. Here we have a spring of a spring constant 200 Newton per meter, and this is the block. Block has mass 1.2 kg. The block is at a height of 40 centimeter from the bottom of the vessel. Now the question says, if the support to the spring is broken, what will be the rise in the temperature of the water? Specific heat capacity of block is given and water is also given. Heat capacities of the vessel and the spring are negligible. Okay, so when the spring will break, the block will fall to the bottom of the vessel. Okay, as the block falls, it will lose gravitational potential energy. Also, the spring is currently stretched, so when the spring is breaking, the mechanical energy, the stored potential energy of the spring will also be lost, and both these energies will convert into heat, and that heat will be absorbed by the liquid and the block. Okay, so we need to calculate how much potential energy is present right now. So the gravitational energy of the block is how much? That will be equal to mgh. So mass of the block is 1.2 kg, g will be 10, and height of the block is how much? 40 centimeter or 0.4 meter. So this is equal to 4.8 joules. Now to find the energy stored in the spring, we need to know the elongation of the spring. For that, let's draw the FBD of the block. So on the block, mg is acting downwards. Okay, this is mg. Then buoyant force will be acting upwards. Okay, let's say this is your buoyant force B, correct? And we have then spring force upwards. So spring force will be K times X. So these forces are balancing each other. Then Kx will be equal to mg minus buoyant force. So K will be 200 times X equal to mass of the block is 1.2, g is 10, minus now what is the buoyant force of the block. So to find that, we need to know the density of water. So density of water is 1000 kilogram per meter cube into volume of the block. Now volume of the block is not given in the question, but something else is given. We know the mass of the block to be 1.2 kg and the density of the block is given 6000. So we can find the volume of the block. Mass divided by density will give you volume. So for volume, we can write down mass of the block 1.2 divided by density 6000. Okay, buoyant force is what? Density of water into volume of block into g. So we wrote density of water, we wrote the volume of the block, and now g will be 10. Okay, so let's solve this equation to find x. So this is equal to 12 minus 3 zeros are gone, again 12 by 6. So 12 by 6 is 2, so this is basically equal to 10. So x will be 10 divided by 200 meter, and that is equal to 0.05 meter. Alright, so now we can write the potential energy of the spring, that is kx squared by 2. So k is 200 divided by 2 into x is 0.05 whole square. So this is equal to 0.25 joules. So this is the total mechanical energy of the system right now, which will be lost once the spring gets cut from the top. So this much energy will be absorbed as heat. So heat will be now sum of 4.8 and 0.25. So the heat released will be absorbed by the block and the water. So we can write down mass of block into specific heat of block into delta T plus mass of water into specific heat of water into delta T. So this is how the heat will be absorbed, and we can find delta T. So delta T will be heat divided by mass of block into specific heat of block plus mass of water into specific heat of water. So what are the values now? Heat will be 4.8 plus 0.25 divided by mass of the block is given to be 1.2 kg, specific heat of block that is going to be 250 joule per kilogram per Kelvin, and for the water it is 4200. So 250 plus mass of water is 0.26 kilogram into specific heat of water is 4200 joules per kilogram per Kelvin. So we have to solve this to find the change in temperature. So this will be equal to 0.0036 degrees Celsius. This is your change in temperature. Okay.